Hi everyone, welcome to JUENFO Kitchen where we just enjoy food. So let's enjoy some fresh, homemade, 100% natural and organic coconut milk. Alright guys, so since I have so many recipes using homemade coconut milk on this channel, I figured I'd just do a video on how I make the coconut milk. So here I have my coconut, and to break it, I'm going to be using my hammer here, which I've already cleaned. I find that using a hammer is most convenient. So I'm going to be breaking this over a clean bowl in order to catch the water that's in the coconut. And it's important to note that when you're breaking your coconut, you don't just hit it at one spot. You want to keep moving or hit it around. If you keep hammering at one spot, the only thing that you might break is your wrist. So I'm gonna hammer around here near where the eyes are. And once it's cracked, I'm just gonna pull it apart. So once you break your coconut up into pieces, to remove it from the shell, just get a clean towel and a small knife. Wedge your knife in between the fleshy part here and the shell. And try to get a good amount of your knife under there. And just pull it apart like so. And it separates pretty easily from the shell. As you can see here, some of the pieces actually separated while we were breaking the coconut. So it's pretty easy than it looks, it just takes a little bit of practice. And it's a lot easier when you do small pieces at a time. So there's another way that you could remove the coconut from its shell. I actually saw this trend on Instagram and I tried it and it worked out beautifully. So what you do is to just heat some water, drop your coconut in and leave that for a good 3 to 5 minutes. And during this time, I'm actually going to keep my flame on low. So now I'm going to remove my coconut and I'm going to allow it to cool off a bit. Once it's cooled off a bit, same process. Take your knife and wedge it in between the shell and the coconut itself. And it should come out a little bit easier. I actually left mine in for 3 minutes, so the longer you leave it, the easier it should be to come out. So use the method that works best for you. I'm going to give these a quick rinse. I actually ended up doing 2 coconuts. We're going to now cut up the coconut in order to add it to our blender. When doing so, I recommend that you do small pieces. It's very tough and you don't want to damage your blender. And when you're blending, try not to overcrowd your blender either. As mentioned earlier, I have 2 coconuts, so I'm going to be doing mine in 4 batches. For the water, I normally like bring it to about an inch or half an inch above the amount of coconut that's in the blender. I want my coconut milk to be rich. I don't want it to be too watered down. And to strain, I like to run it through a mesh. The strainer here is just to hold the mesh. I like to use the mesh because it gives me greater control. I'm able to get all the juices out a lot easier. So now I'm done extracting my coconut milk, and I was actually able to get it done in 3 batches. I'm pouring my milk into 16-ounce jars because I'm going to be using it shortly. Use whatever you have to store your milk. It doesn't have to be glass containers. And I was actually able to get these 3 jars full, so with a little left over, the amount of milk is a little over 48 ounces. When storing in your fridge, I recommend no more than 5 days. Remember that there are no preservatives in this, so it doesn't really last that long. On the other hand, if you're gonna store it in your freezer, you can probably store it up to about 3 months or so. Although I will say that it tends to lose the white color, the natural white color, depending on how long you have it in your freezer, but it doesn't affect the taste. It's still pretty good. Another thing I want to point out to you guys is that once your coconut milk has been sitting for a while, it will separate and the cream will rise to the top. Remember that this is 100% natural and there are no stabilizers added, so all you simply do is to just shake it or stir it before use.
Hope you found the video to be helpful. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. It helps out the videos to trend, which helps the channel as we are still on the journey to our first 1,000 subscribers. Let's stay connected on all my other social media. All links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, live life to the fullest and just enjoy food.